So today I want to go through The Adventures of Hyperspace by Ryder Wenham. This is a video that I have made, 3, maybe even 4 times, and I just keep having problems. The first time the video just got lost. I didn't even know it got lost until someone put a comment on my channel and said, "Matt, you didn't review these books." I was like, "Yeah, I did." And I went to prove that person wrong. I said, "Wait a minute, where's that video?" I have no idea. I even came back home, searched all my cameras. I don't know where that footage is. It is lost now. And it's a shame because it's taken me 2 hours to re-record it. Of course, I had mic problems the next time I tried, and video messed up the third. So, I should definitely not be able to screw it up this time, right? A 4th time. But let's get excited again. And this is a great series to be excited about, though. I don't have to fake being excited. You know I like Ryder Wenham stories. I love his young adult fiction. And Adventures of Hyperspace is a good one. So let's go to book 1 here. It's called The Fire Ring Race. And this one, Jabba hires Han and Chewie to go to Fornax Station to make a pickup and delivery. Now, I remember when these books came out, the first one came out, I didn't even have any idea that they were even going to come out. So when the first one was released, I was like, what is this? New expanded universe material? Even though it's a young adult book, don't mind if I do. Now, I'm kind of shocked that no one ever thought to make a young adult series about Han and Chewie working for Jabba. We don't have that many stories about Han working for Jabba. Not many at all. Han before Jabba, Han during the rebellion, but none during that little sweet spot right before Episode 4 where he's doing jobs for Jabba. It makes perfect sense that there would be more stories and lots of adventures to be had. So it wasn't why are they making this series, it's why are they doing this so late? Why didn't they think about it before? Now, I didn't think about it before, so probably that's why. No one thought about, hey, we really need some Han and Jabba stories. But thankfully, they let Ryder do it, or maybe he's the one that came up with the idea. Either way, it's fantastic. I love this idea. But before I get to both series as a whole, let me go over the second one. Book 2 is called Shinbone Showdown. In this book, Jabba sends Solo to Shinbone to pick up some gemstones, but while he's there, he helps uncover a plot against Jabba. Now, I really like this book because it focuses on the relationship of Han and Jabba and maybe gives us some more insight into how Jabba feels about Han in Episode 4. If you remember in the special edition, he's putting his arm around Han, it's Han, my boogie, my boy, you're doing a good job. Why is Jabba, who Hutts have no hearts, why does he have a little special place in his heart for Han? And I think this book explains that. Not that it needed to be explained, I'm just saying it establishes a relationship that Han and Jabba had. It's not a trustworthy one. It wasn't a one of respect either, I don't think. But they did have some history, which we saw in Episode 4. But I think these books help build up upon that relationship that we saw in the movie. So that was really neat. Now, unfortunately, this series only lasted 2 books and then it was canceled. However, there was a 3rd unpublished novel that did come out on StarWarsTimeline.net, and it is called The Big Switch. And this one, Han and Chewie are set to deliver a sculpture to Jabba the Hutt, but that sculpture is more than it appears to be. Now, to be honest, this is my favorite story out of the 3. I'm so glad Ryder gave it to Joe from StarWarsTimeline.net and let him publish it for people to read. Because honestly, it's a fantastic job. It has picture, the artwork's already there, the cover art's there. So it looks like this book was ready to go right and got canceled right before it went to print. But it is a great, great story with a little twist at the end. Now, of course, these are young adult books, so don't, compare them to the big adult books with, heavy story plot. No, it's just fun, it's short, it builds on, Jabba and Han a little bit and about their work relationship. And of course, Ryder does an excellent job in the series as a whole. Now, there was supposed to be a 4th book called The Last Blade Master that never got published. I don't even think it got written either. However, if Ryder wants to go ahead and finish that off and just release it as some wonderful fan fiction, I would love to read it. Wink, wink. Man, I think that would be fantastic. The series was really good. I was really enjoying it. It got canceled too soon. And I would have loved to have seen what else Ryder had planned for Han and Chewie and their relationship with Jabba, because there's a million stories you could come up with. And again, like I've already said, it's a fantastic idea. Now, should you read these? Yes, I think so. If you like young adult fiction, Ryder Wenham again does a fantastic job with these. The first two books were in print, and I don't think they're that hard to find. The third book is on Joe's site, StarWarsTimeline.net. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to read that one. The fourth one, nothing. I think he may talk a little bit about it at the end, the epilogue of the Big Switch. By the way, if you don't read anything, you should read Ryder Wenham's description of what all went into making this series. You know, I hear so many people go, Star Wars authors got to write anything they wanted, continuity didn't matter to them. And I want to laugh in their face, because that is simply not true. And Ryder shows that in the epilogue here when he talks about all the hard work and study and dedication to the continuity that went into children's novels. Now, here once again is another prime example to show you that each author had the utmost importance to keep continuity in mind when writing their stories, even young adult stories, children's stories that shouldn't even matter if they match or not. But Ryder does that in extreme detail. Honestly, I have so much respect for him, and I loved that article that he wrote afterwards talking about what all went into the making of this series, because it was a lot. If you think writing a children's series for Star Wars is easy, I laugh at you, sir. Ha, comma, ha. So there it is, finally, Adventures in Hyperspace, and that's where it fits in the timeline right before A New Hope, because these are stories that happened probably a few months leading up to A New Hope. All right, folks, that is seriously all the time I have for today. I mean, seriously, half the day has passed already. I'll see you next time with another video.